Hello everyone, welcome back on Cloud Saviors and myself is Rahul Mujahid. I am a Microsoft certified trainer and 13x certified Azure professional. So in this video we are going to discuss about Microsoft certified trainer prerequisite. So if you are planning to go for MCT and you want to have the badge of MCT, you want to call yourself as an MCT, so you need to develop some skills and you need to fulfill some requirement before applying for MCT badge, right? So in this video we will discuss each and everything and how I did it as a person. So I will share my experience as well, but before starting, make sure you subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon. So let's start it. Okay, so first of all I would like to give some information about Microsoft certified trainer prerequisite. So basically, if you want to go for MCT, you must fulfill some requirements like certification, and second is experience in particular field, and third one is the exact reference, right? So let me start with the first one, that is the certification. So of course in Microsoft Azure we are having a different domain, like infrastructure, then we are having AI, then we are having ML, chatbot, something like that, right? So basically you can just go for the expert level certification, right? Let's say if you are working in Microsoft DevOps portal, so you can go for the SE 104 and you can go for the SE 400. The moment you complete these two certifications, then you will get the badge of certified DevOps engineer expert, right? This is something expert level certification if you are working on infrastructure and infrastructure automation, or we can say solution architect. So you can go for SE 303 and SE 304. The moment you complete the certification, you will get the badge of certified solution architect expert. This is another level of expert level certification, right? So these kind of certification we have in AI/ML as well as a data engineer as well. But of course I'm from the infrastructure field, I'm from the DevOps field. That's why I did two expert level certification. So that was the first is SE 303 and second is SE 304. Okay, so it gave me the badge of solution architect expert. That is the first requirement. Second is SE 104 and SE 400, that gave me the badge of certified DevOps engineer expert. So I just got the badge of two expert level certification. Right now I'm having two expert level certification. So the first stage is completed, the first requirement as an MCT is completed. Okay, so just to make myself clear, it is not just required that you are going to do the certification only. That is what I have mentioned. No, as per your domain, if you are working in AI/ML, if you are working as a data engineer, if you are working in infrastructure DevOps, so as per your domain you can select your expert level certification. But yes, at least you must have two expert level certification if you want to submit your application for the certified trainer, right? So that is the first requirement. Second requirement is your experience. Of course on your practical, your hands-on, your project experience is a plus one. But if we are talking about MCT, then you are supposed to have some experience in online sessions, maybe offline sessions, in some colleges, in some schools, maybe in corporate, or maybe any kind of work where you have delivered a session, where you have delivered a webinars, right? So you are supposed to contribute your work to society, right? For example, what I did, I delivered some lectures in Microsoft Imagine Cup, right, to the students of Microsoft Imagine Cup. Second is I delivered some lectures on about Microsoft Azure security and infrastructure automation in some colleges as well. So that's why I gained these experience from this work only. Okay, so at least you must be having 1 or 2 years of experience in delivering sessions. Okay, so again, it may be anything, domain doesn't matter. Of course, it must be on Azure only, but it can be on infrastructure, it can be on DevOps, it can be on AIML, it can be on any data services, anything. But yes, of course, it should available on Microsoft Azure portal, right? So that is the second level of requirement. The third level of requirement is the approval. So that is good that is, you have delivered a sessions to this colleges. Now who will approve this thing, that you are the authenticate person and you delivered this session on this date on this technology. So that's why you would need someone on a higher authority who can approve your work. So basically, the moment you are going to submit the application as an MCT, you are supposed to give some contact information. So you have to give the contact information as an email ID, as a mobile number to the person who can approve your who can approve your work, right? Who can approve that yes, you are the person who delivered the session on this date in front of these colleges on these technologies. Okay, the moment that person approves that yes, you delivered this session and whatever you are claiming, this is true, so you are an authenticate person, right? Then only you can get the badge of MCT. So these are 3 points you have to fulfill, you have to complete if you want to go for MCT. So the one and most important last point is, if you want to go for MCT, so there is no further certification. You just have to fulfill these requirement and submit an application. It is not like any other certification that you have to go for certification, you have to study and you have to enroll yourself. No, right? You just have to submit the application with the required details. The moment you submit it, Microsoft will take around 1 week, right? And of course, if it is authenticate, if it is true, whatever information you have provided, so of course they will give you the MCT badge as well. So the last thing about monetary part, I mean how much amount you have to pay if you want to go for MCT. So in India it is 13,500, right? So if you are submit an application from India, so it is 13,500 rupees only, right? So basically, no matter where you are in the world, you can always exchange this amount, I mean the conversion rate, whatever your currencies, maybe dollars or anything else. So if in India it is 13,500 rupees, you have to submit. The moment you submit it, then of course you will get the badge. So basically, first of all, they will approve it, whether whatever information you have provided it is true or not. If it is true, then only you are supposed to give the amount. If it is claiming to be false, right, if they found anything which is not true, so of course you don't have to pay any amount. The moment they approve it, then only you have to pay the remaining amount, and after that time you will get the badge, you will get your goodies as well, and for the 1 year you will get the badge of MCT as well. Okay, so of course I hope this video helped you. So make sure you subscribe the channel, because of course it motivates me to create more content on Microsoft Azure and certification, and I will keep uploading more videos as well. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.